Hello. Hello. Oh, I'm just sitting over here dropping all the things. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, I guess. So I had already told you guys that we were going to do yesterday. Hi. What's up, Evie? I had already told you guys that we were going to do stream yesterday. I got hit with probably one of the worst sciatica attacks that I've had in a long time. So because of that, I kind of took the day. I did do a couple more looks and then sent in the rest of them. So at least that was all done. So because I'm done, hey Shells. So because my project is all done and I didn't stream yesterday, I figured that I would stream today and do let me back this up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. And do an eye look where we have the Super Bowl. So on one eye, we're going to do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And on the other eye, we are going to do the Kansas City Chiefs. And I've already explained, I'm rooting for the Bucs because I just can't make myself root for the Chiefs, even if I don't like Tom Brady. So that's where we are. Yeah. I took a muscle relaxer last night to try and loosen my back up. And what it ended up doing is my back's still a little tight. I don't have nearly as much of the sciatic pain because I used a bunch of my steroid creams and a heating pad last night. I used all the things. So my back isn't as bad. It's still a little tight, but the big thing is it knocks me out anytime I take even say 5 milligrams of it. I root for the commercials and I'm so sad today about that. So Tina roots for the commercials. I usually do too. Normally in my house, I'm big on don't talk during the commercials. You can talk all through the game, especially this year. We don't care about the game, but it's commercials. I have my coffee today. Guys, it's a thing. But yeah, normally in my house, you can talk during the commercials, but not during the game unless it's something major. This year, there's been a lot of talk about how the team or the companies that normally do the really good ones, say your Budweiser, what was the other? I'm not watching it all this year. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be watching either. Most of the time you can find all the commercials online, on YouTube and stuff. So it doesn't really make sense. Hey, Charlotte. Good morning. Well, good afternoon because it's 1:37 now, but good morning, good afternoon, all the things. I hope that you have a great rest of your Sunday. And they have said, a couple of them have said with everything that's going on that, hey, Amanda, how are you? I did, of course. Shells is here. And Evie. They've said that they aren't going to be able to do them because of the whole mess that we have going on here in the States and all the things. So that makes me sad because I do look forward to those. I'm hoping that they still do that. I did, what was it, on Elvis Duran or iHeartRadio, Z100. They were talking about how The Weeknd is doing his halftime show, and he actually put in $7 million of his own money to make sure that the halftime show was what he wanted it to be like, which I found very interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. I just don't think that he's going to be able to, he's not going to be able to like surpass the Shakira J-Lo twerking moment and all of the, then you have like all the children, like the halftime show last year was just chef's kiss. It was so good. But let me go ahead and put this, might as well start doing things while I'm talking. That would be helpful. So yeah, I'm like looking forward to all of the things that like all the other stuff. I don't care about the game. I really don't. I mean, that'll be whenever I like go and check Twitter and stuff. But I am hoping that some of the companies were able to put together some sort of fun commercial, because I think that with everybody being able to, or still trying to stay at home and not going out for a lot at this point, I think that things like this, in particular the Super Bowl, things that you can enjoy with family from all over, either through like Zoom calls or texting while the game's on because everybody's watching the same thing live. I think that those kind of events need to be kept as important as possible. Halftime show won't cover the history of the NFL backing domestic violence abusers. It won't cover a lot of things. It won't at all. And that is something that I'm hoping I've seen a lot of changes as far as their behavior towards their players that have had or have perpetrated domestic abuse. However, the situation with the guy from the Seahawks is really, really bothering me, because I feel like he shouldn't be out. And if it was anybody else, I don't feel like they would be out. And I don't know if the NFL, if they understand that, you quit watching altogether. I mean, I don't blame you. There are a lot of people that have, in the last few years, they have stopped watching. I understand certain people's reasons and why they do what they do. Just so that we know, the primer I used on my eye today is the Sigma in Ignite. It's their eyeshadow base primer. It's a stick, almost like a lippy stick. So it, so I haven't heard any updates either, Shells. So I'm kind of keeping my eye on that. And then, Tina, you are a badass regardless. And I completely understand why you would not want to participate in anything that has to do with it. And that makes perfect sense. Other people won't get it. And honestly, that's, I guess, in a way, if you think about it, the people that don't get it are, in a lot of cases, are people who haven't experienced that. And because they haven't experienced that, I can't get mad that they haven't experienced that, because had they experienced it, then they would have been hurt as well. So it's one of those things. But in the same sense, like, they should also look at the way that things are handled. My brows I'm using, this is just an ABH Brow Wiz in medium brown that I had laying around here. So I figured we could have a little bit of fun. It's not going to be a long stream today at all, because both of these eyes are very simple. One is just going to be basically red and yellow. The other one is going to be red, gray, little bit of white on both ends. So I'm going to try and do a more like wearable, so that in the event that you are, yeah, I do. And I mean, that's the thing. I love this. I love the sport. I love the Raiders. We watch them. We pay a lot to watch them because we're nowhere near local. Yes, Evie 100%. Tina is. She really is a warrior. And okay, see, and I was hoping that didn't come off in a odd way, because it's hard to discuss things with, it's hard to discuss anything anymore. I feel like we don't allow people to either have their own point of view or not. You are amazing. And this is the one thing I don't think, and I said this to, who was it? Maybe Misty last night. I had said to her, I said, if Katie had ever, guys, the dog was driving by in a car. Sorry. I don't think that she really thought about this, because while she continued to attack certain communities, what she's done is she's created this huge community. The only difference in this community and the other communities that she's attacked is we don't let her be a part of us. I mean, she created a community of a bunch of people that have very similar ideas. We all come from different backgrounds, but we just don't let her in our group. Like we pull a mean girls and tell her you can't sit with us. And I'm fine with that. So it's a really, I wish that a lot of people had this sort of support system to be, especially when it comes to, yeah, you can't sit with us. Yep. They are. Women like Tina are amazing. She did. And she created an echo chamber for herself. However, by creating that echo chamber for herself, she's also created this community, the community of all of us, like those that are in the Blocked by KJ group. Like, who would have thought that would have been a thing? But yeah, you can't sit with us. That's basically what I look at it as anymore. I'm like, she legitimately really screwed herself on this, because she didn't realize that she was going to affect so many people, that she wasn't going to be able to, because she doesn't understand people coming together for a common reason or purpose. I really don't think that while she infiltrates all of these different groups, I don't think she truly understands what friendship really means. I don't think that she understands what support actually means, because in her mind, if you're not supporting her 100%, you're not a supportive person, right? So we all have been in this situation where we are missing, or we are all supporting each other in different things, whether they're shared experiences that, so Susan and Debbie during that live stream, they had like a common bond. Those that were in the groups, so like the free birther groups, things like that, they have all created, and again, exactly. So many people tried to help her. I don't wish none of the threats or any more of that, but she isn't helping either. And that's the thing. I know that's where I came from. I've told you guys that's where I came from. I came from a place of trying to help her, even though I wasn't even watching her for her. I was watching her because I wanted to see what was going on with Halo. And even there, I still felt compelled to ask if I could help in any way, because that's what most people would do. If they see somebody doing something wrong, they're going to offer help. Or they see somebody doing something that they could use help with, they're going to ask. So while I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and pull up. This is the Warrior 2. Again, Juvia's Place. This one is this is one of my favorite. I'm trying to to stop clearing my throat. However, it's been a thing. So I'm going to go in this palette, use this white is good for a base color. This is a good transition anyways. Then we have this black here. And then we have this gray up here. These three on the bottom. And then this one up here. Lily, stop. I don't know if you guys can hear. Lily is my oldest dog. She is 10. She'll be 11 in April. She is 100%, or either that or she'll be 10, I think. I don't know. I've had her for a long time, but she's like growling, all because we have a racetrack close, which means the dogs have a kennel close, and they drive by our house with the dogs. And then my dogs, it's almost like they're trying to communicate with them. So we have like a greyhound racing kennel close enough. But yeah, so she's created this. She's created a community on her own. She didn't even realize that was going to happen. I bet that she's more mad about that than anything, because not only did everybody leave her community, but she also created this new community that she probably had no idea that was going to happen. I got a new cup yesterday in celebration for the fact that for the first time since the week after Thanksgiving, I was able to find my stock protein okay, I wanted to clear my, really clear my throat up because it was bad. I found my stock protein coffee for the first time yesterday since the week after Thanksgiving. I, along with apparently a lot of people, really, really, really love this certain, it's a creamed espresso cold brew by Stock. And it has an added element of protein, which I really enjoy because it doesn't taste chalky. It's none of those things. And it helps me because I have a hard time remembering to eat. I have a hard time eating in general. So it's something that really helps with my making sure I'm out of it today. It helps me with eating and things. Hey ladies, hi Gidget. How are you? So, but yeah, so that's basically one of the things. But yeah, I found my coffee. This coffee, I drove the week after Thanksgiving. I drove to 4 Targets, had ordered 8. Hi, how are you doing, the makeup mama? So, did all the things. I found my coffee randomly. I had to go get creamer, and it was just right there. I immediately cleared their whole entire thing. They had 3. I grabbed them all. Yeah, this is something. It is the weirdest thing because I went onto their website back in November. I was like, why do I not have my coffee? Why is it not here? Lily, stop it. Who are you barking at, Cujo? You're not going to be able to get anybody. Just lay down, chill. Uh-huh. Yeah, apparently that's going to be a thing today. So I apologize. Hopefully it's being blocked by my thing. Such a saw. It really has. And if you are if you followed me on Twitter, if you have been involved in my hunt for this damn coffee, I drove an hour and a half to one store that I had ordered. They do back talk all the time, all the time. These ones, Ginny is the pit bull. She'll do it. Doodle, not so bad, not so much, who is our Dobie. And then the littles, though, they're the mouthiest. They are Maltese Shih Tzu mixes. I've had them for 10 and 9 years. Yeah. And they are mouthy. Mouthy, mouthy, mouthy. So we are going to go in. But yeah, I drove an hour and a half away. I'm going to use the ColourPop Venus, and it's a cream gel liner right here. These are really good. They will dry out, though, so make sure you put the lid on them. But we're going to I'm going to go ahead and just do a halo eye, but we're going to work on it a little bit different than normal because I don't feel like cutting the crease for the Chiefs. So the Chiefs are going to be on my left. So we're going to do the Chiefs because I want to get them done and over with so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Because I'm salty. I am salty. But I drove an hour and a half. I had ordered from 3 or 4 different Targets because whenever I realized, okay, my local stores didn't have what I was looking for. They didn't have any coffee. We even tried to buy it by the case at one point because it's that good. Nope, couldn't do it. I contacted the company and just asked, hey, can you let me know if you are discontinuing this product? If you are discontinuing this product, please let me know. For the simple fact that I really just needed to know if I needed to come up with my own, like own solution, something. They wrote back and they said, no, it's just a supply v demand. We just haven't been able to keep up with the demand. Since November, I still go to their site to make sure that they haven't they didn't lie and discontinue it, like kind of like makeup companies do. Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna do backwards because I don't want to cut the crease. The kind of coffee is called, it's stock protein cold brew. It is a creamed espresso mix. And again, it's STOK. Since November, since that weekend that I went on a coffee pilgrimage to all the places to pick up coffee, had one store, they said they had it, but apparently people bought it because by the time I got there, they didn't have it. They didn't have my item available anymore. And they didn't even tell me. I was real irritated by that. So that was fun. I have seen comment after comment after comment, review after review after review, saying basically that all these people are the same as I am, to where they have been waiting, they have been looking, they want to know if the coffee is being discontinued because they haven't been able to find it, that every time they had bought it and found it in the past. We are going to go into Main Squeeze by ColourPop. It is beautiful. It has a bunch of reds, but this color here, look at me. This color here is it's more of like a shimmery red. It has like it has a thing. It's called Home Slice. It has more of a little bit of a flip. Now, I'm not going to make a trip for today. However, I told my husband tomorrow, whenever he's off, that we may. Okay, so the settings that I changed before did not work. So now I just need to do that again. But yeah, I told my husband we were going to be going. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. I also have, because I had gone on a red hunt a while back. trying to keep everything away from that. Yeah, that you just got it yesterday. The ColourPop one, right? I think we had discussed it before you had ordered that one. There, I'm telling you, these 9 p.m. palettes that they come out with, we're also going to use Honey because yellow. And then might use a little bit of the colorful side of the Pure Raw Beauty Christie palette because it has this red. It has the yellow in there. We're going to do things. But I did tell my husband tomorrow we might be going on a coffee pilgrimage, to which he said he didn't want to do that. I'm not sure he understands how this marriage really works. Like when I'm in pain without my coffee, like he's also in pain. I think that he understands that at least though. We're also going to probably go into the festival by Juvia's Place because this palette has a lot of really good colors. So here for the Bucks, this will be a good one. This smoky color. And then it also has like a red. I was trying to figure out what to wear because I didn't want to wear anything. Man, I want this, but it's out of stock always. Yeah. He is off tomorrow. He had to work today, which is not normal. He's always off on Sunday, Monday with me. But it's the Super Bowl, so he always has to work. All right, get to the point. So I'm gonna go in with Rosé and move this big mirror away. Bring in my tiny mirror that I can kind of lean into a little bit more. Blend these edges out a little bit. But yeah, so he has to work today. He took last Tuesday off, which was the day of that hearing. And I told him, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be with my friends. And I was like, so we're not going to be able to do anything until after all of that. To which, God bless him, at least he understands me. So yeah, so we might be doing coffee pilgrimage tomorrow. I don't give us something to do because we don't have to get out of the car. I can just order everything, and then it's just a matter of driving from Target to Target. So that is that. But yeah, I mean, everybody that was online with like on Stock's website, everybody was saying the same thing. They were like, I want this. I would buy all that the store had, and then all of a sudden the store stopped carrying it, and we don't understand why. It was like a thing. I didn't feel like it was really validating, at least, because you know how well, especially people that had to listen to my coffee saga while it was going on. My husband thinks this case is my hobby. It really is kind of like a hobby, like following it and discussing it. It really is. 2 hours from all those stores. From like Target and all of those places, you mean? I don't know how but you know what, Tina, you're a bigger woman than I am because I cannot for the life of me be out in the middle of nowhere. I have to have a good. There's something in my lashes. Most likely errant like lash glue from what I did yesterday. Yeah. Just a little bit. Do you think she'll flip out today because CSA dropped a video about her and it was so good? I would imagine that she is. I'm actually surprised that she's lasted as long as she has without really losing it. we are going to go into this festival palette. I use that red down here and put it over there, and that really made that red pop out. So we're going to use this yellow and blend out these edges here. I'm surprised, honestly, that she has taken things as seriously as she has since that whole situation. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility because he wouldn't want to look bad, especially not in front of this judge, because I said it before in another stream, but he has currently another case with her. He was assigned to that judge probably, I think it was like 10 days or so after she was the judge assigned to the defamation case. So he has another one, and it's a pretty big case. So I imagine he doesn't want to look like an idiot in front of her either. Who knows? But I am surprised that she seems to be taking the court's order to basically everybody to just shut it up. However, I was talking to somebody this morning. I had a bit of a situation that I needed to take care of, and took a phone call that was important. And while I was on the phone with them, I happened to bring up the fact that Katie has and always will be a Gidget. FYI, I love the makeup you're doing. I was a big J-Star person and need other options. I'm telling you, Juvia's Place, ColourPop, and Lunar Beauty 100% those are like my 3 go-to brands automatically. If they bring something out, like ColourPop, not as much. I only grab the collections that I really, really want. But Juvia's Place, usually if they bring out a new palette, I grab it. And they're super affordable too. I think this Warrior palette here, the festival palette that I was using, I believe that these were either $20 or under $20. The ColourPop 9-pan palettes, like the Honey one and Main Squeeze, Blowing Smoke, all of those, these ones are under $15, I want to say. Lunar Beauty is a little bit more pricey. However, if he brings a shadow palette out, I immediately purchase it. His quality, packaging, consistency with his brand is that good that I think it shows, because I also do swear by the Tati Beauty palette. We just only have the one, the volume 1. So because we only have the one, I really can't say as far as consistency. I know that palette, I have 4 total that I've either had in my possession or I've ordered 4 total, and 2 of which I haven't opened. But the 2 that I did open were consistent across like both of them, and they were both ordered months apart. So I believe, and they were from different batches because she had run out a while back. But I think that out of like all the influencers that have brought out lines, that Manny so far is the only one that I can feasibly like really say like, listen, best ever of all of them. So that little dog is still growling at nobody. I do not understand her. Lily, calm your shit. But yeah, everything that Manny's brought out has been consistently good, so I can say that much. I'm hoping that Tati does put out. I don't, this is the thing. I don't think that it would go bad. I don't think a launch for Tati right now, maybe a Halo launch wouldn't go over well. But if she did a Tati Beauty launch and brought out a Neutrals Volume 2 or Textured Neutrals Party of 2, Volume 2, I think it would sell out in a matter of seconds still. I mean, I figure if somebody like Jaclyn Hill can do all the things that she has done, have all of the issues that I do love, I have the brush, his new brushes for his launch for out of whenever he brought out when he brought out Eternal Eclipse. You got the brushes and you liked them? I'll have to check them out. I'm very picky about brushes though, because they're like tools, they're work tools. So it's kind of like if you always buy the same kind of pen and you work in an office, or you need office supplies, like you kind of swear by your certain brands, that thing is going to do the thing again any second now. So if this is your first stream with me, note to self, technology normally, like my phone, I can figure out for the most part. I don't normally get like viruses. I can figure out like ways to work programs, all that kind of stuff. For whatever reason, I've yet to be able to figure out, after like extensive research over the past 2 days and 3 days and trying to figure out the settings, and I changed a bunch of them in there. It's still every like 18 to 30 minutes. It goes off, comes right back on. So I apologize that happens. I'm still figuring it out. But the whole thing is weird. But yeah, I think that if she brought out a palette, another palette, I think it would sell out. I really do. Like, I think I would struggle to make it to launch day and get through the queue still, because the thing is that the product is good. So I'm kind of hoping, because I would like to see if her second palette matches the first. ColourPop really is consistent though. I try new stuff that looks interesting, but I always go back to Lorac. It's the best formula over and over. I've had a hit or miss. I don't think I've used much as far as their shadows go, though. I'm going to have to try them out. I think I've only gotten one palette of their shadows, and it was like one of their pro palettes. I'll have to check that. I would like give them more time. I do know that I had a foundation that I wasn't a fan of, and I actually kept it because they got rid of it though right after. So there's probably a reason. The Lorac Natural Performance Foundation, I think they just reformulated it though. I don't like it. It needs to actually be thrown out. It's that like that. I dislike it that much, but I'll use it every once. I would use it every once in a while to like mix. I do love, where are my colored ones? Where are my colored pencils? Oh, I do get their, what is this called? Front of the Line Pro Lorac. This is a nude. This is a really good nude waterline pencil that I like, and I've repurchased. I have a new one in my kit right now that is unopened. So I'll have to give them more. I'll have to give them more attention as far as their shadows go. Thanks for the recommendation. It's already been, I just wrote it down. So let's see. The best brushes I've tried recently, Alter Ego. See, I still like, this is the Scott Barnes brush. I still will, like I have 3. I think I need to order another one. But I can do like an entire eye look all the way down to a smoky liner with this one brush, even though it has my fingers. It's red. These are silver, black. I really do eventually. I'll get, if I continue to do this eventually to where, like, I would buy a shirt or have merch or something like that. I would definitely have. I'm just not made for this, with it like halfway off of a shirt. But this brush, because of the shape of it, I can literally do everything with it. And then I love my Sigma brushes. I have a couple of them that I swear by, but I'll have to check out the Alter Ego brushes too. Tati would do great. Katie made sure that she has public opinion. Sorry, autocorrect. Yeah, no, it 100%. I think that Katie had not realized that, again, she created this community that sticks together, that will defend one another for the most part. Because even when there's like infighting between the certain groups, at the end of the day, they all know, basically, they are all well aware of the fact that they are all on the same side. It's just a matter of how they feel comfortable with it. I'd buy at launch. Absolutely. Like, exactly. If it was something that I had to go to a store for, like, it would be picture way back in the day, grandma's fighting over Tickle Me Elmo in like Walmart on Black Friday, on launch day, whatever it may be, like the Cabbage Patch dolls. I think that between Tati's shadow, if they are as good as these ones, they should be. But I think that the fact that Manny and Tati both have, hold on, muting for a second. Okay, give me 1 second because I just coughed on my hand. And I have a spray here somewhere. Hand sanitizer, because I don't want to get, if I just coughed on my hand instead of into my shirt. The last thing I need is for anything, because that's what you should do. You should at least, if you don't go wash your hands, you should at least, I was looking for my, I always keep a thing of alcohol near, because you can spray, if it's 70%, you just spray it on. You can use 70% alcohol. It actually will like disinfect your palettes. You should do that anyways. Like, use that, sharpen your pencils, wipe them down with alcohol, sharpen them, then spray with alcohol. Those kind of things are always good. But yeah, I would fight a beach for it. Yeah, 100%. She may be quiet on social right now, but I'm sure she's been working on things behind the scenes. I would hope so. I would really, really hope so. Get the Rock Diamond Cream Shadows, blows Hourglass and Charlotte Tilbury out of the water. What do you think? Are you going to try out Sam's collection, Samantha Ravindall's Auric? I want that. There was one somebody had used and I saved it. It's like the graphite one, the dark. It was like a black smoky gray with a silver top coat, I think, from hers. I'm going to order that if it's not sold out. I'm going to order that one for sure because I want to try it out. I am actually going to place an order here in a little bit. Actually, after I get off live, I am going to purchase from Gerard because I want to get, there's another, they have a couple of things. I like their red lips. I am the gray. Yeah, that's the same one that I want to get because for the most part, I usually, like, I live off of smoky eyes anyways. I like doing these kind of eyes, but the smoky eye is always super fun. I should probably, because I said that this wasn't going to be a long stream. It's 44 minutes in, and this is all the farther I've gotten, guys. Somebody needs to like keep me on a timer. I need to have somebody that like texts me every 5 minutes, like almost like Emily has like people that are like, okay, wrap up number 60 million. But I do want to, I am going to place an order for Gerard Cosmetics because that is flippin' awesome. Makeup Geek is another one that Marlena, but again, like they're people that were influencers, Stay on Topic loves, right? God, I would hate that. If I would hate knowing that I don't like people talking to one another in my chats. Like, again, it's all about building a community. So why not? Why not? Oh, as far as my coffee goes, if you decide to try it, I highly recommend trying it with a splash of vanilla almond milk and a splash of caramel macchiato international delight. See, look, I just went easily right there to there. But yeah, I think that she doesn't understand that she has created a community where people do. And like, I love the fact that every stream that I've done so far, I've already told you guys, like editing a video, I get irritated with it. I've tried. I would rather sit here and like discuss things and like answer questions as they come in. If like next week I'm going to do smoky eye tutorial. So it's going to be one eye is going to be like a cool toned, like more of a gray, black, smoky eye that is more wearable for like day to day, even though all makeup should be day to day. Like you should be just as happy or just as comfortable going out to Kroger or Walmart or Target wearing an eye that looks like this as you would be if you wore just like a little bronzer in the crease with a highlighter on your lid. There is no rule as far as what is or isn't. I hate when people are like, well, do you have like a daytime look? Like I'll do whatever I'm feeling at the time. This is ColourPop Try Me. It's their liquid liner. They're felt tip, but I do like, where is it? Again, not made for this. I do like, they have them in red, white. They have them in every color. Again, ColourPop, the only thing that sucks is the fact that they don't always restock like normal things. KJ's talking about the free. This woman is all about the band. She really, it's just anything that she thinks that she can get anybody's support on at this point. I think she's trying to win people over somehow. Okay, let me wing this out real quick. I can't discuss anything. I can't speak and do a wing. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to use the trick and kind of show it to you in action as I go. So with this, I'm going to go in with this Froze color right here to kind of give me my line for my wing. This is what I was telling you guys about. And I believe, what was it? Evie, you had said that you tried it the other night when you were doing your makeup and just playing around. You had tried the wing tip and it actually worked. So I just took my flat shader brush here, put a little bit, like take it and tap it off. Don't use a whole lot. And then you are making sure you can still see me because, again, not made for this. Then line it up first right here on your lower lash line and then just kind of like walk it up. Because, again, flat, it gives you that line that you want to be able to kind of follow. Yeah. And again, it's because both your eyes are different. So if you look at my eyes, one is more hooded than the other. Neither of my eyes are considered like truly hooded, but because there is a lot of my crease that, I mean, it's because they get covered or can get covered a little bit. It's just a slightly hooded situation, but one side is going to be different. You're like, nobody is perfectly asymmetrical or symmetrical. Everybody has a little bit of difference. So it would make sense that your wing on this side isn't going to match perfectly to the wing on this side. So it just helps give you a bar to work off of. But yeah, so you can go ahead. And the good thing is that if you use like a light color or a color that kind of like will automatically blend. So like I'm going to use a red, but they're like partially hooded. But so I'm going to use a red liquid liner. So I figure I'll go in with like a really, really, really light pale red, because then you can kind of even take this, grab either like a tissue, or I have my Vera color switch, the Sephora color switch here that I use regularly, and then I'll clean it off, which then, takes all that powder off the brush, and you can use that same brush for another one. It doesn't work for like cream products or anything, but it does work really well for different powders. But then I'll take after I'm done, and I'll even like kind of like just rub it over there to blend out that line. I have that too. Yeah, these are amazing. I have this one, and then I don't know who made this one, but I don't like it as much as I like the other one. I usually use this one. I just use this side as a palette for the most part, because my other palettes are all sanitized and like ready to go in my kit. But I'll use that as a mixing palette sometimes on this side, because I'm not really a big fan of the spongy thingy in here. But this one has like a really good sponge. And I like that it's really tiny too. So it fits really well anywhere I need to take it. And then they clean up really well too. I'm like trying to, because God forbid I would, figure any of these things out. But yeah, so I'll do that, or I'll even use like just a dab of like a cream liner on there if I want to just deepen it up. But again, it works almost every single time, as long as you don't use a whole lot of product, because if you use a whole lot of product, then your line will be too thick. Yeah, that's the difference, because if you look, even, let me see again, I will figure this out eventually. See the difference in this one and this one, as far as which is more textured and which one isn't? Ignore my awful nails. I have to give myself a manicure, and then I'm going to put my dip back on. But my fingers were just torn up after having dip powder and tips on for almost like a year straight, because I just kept doing them at home, and I haven't been going out to like the salons or anything. So I just started doing them at home, but they needed a break. So I've been using either nothing at all with like strengthener on it, or I've been using like the Impress press-ons that are like almost like the old tacky, like old school nails. They were like the press-on. Okay, there it is. See, back on though. It like the press-on ones that came with just like the stickers. Sorry about that. My phone was ringing. So yeah, to give myself a break. So what was I doing? Oh, I'm going to finish this liner and then go in and finish this eye out and blend it out more. But anyways, yeah, KJ has most definitely given a lot of people a incredible resource of support that I truly don't think she realized was going to be a thing. Wing. This thing dries out so quick. We are going to use this. But yeah, I don't think that she realized what she was doing when she combined hating somebody like Tati, who again has messed up what? As far as like a mess up goes, if you want to call them mess ups. As far as those things have gone, she's had 2 real like scandal moments out of like 10 years. 10 years almost, or more than 10 years at that point. She's had 2 situations. So that I think blew up in her face because of that. But I don't know. Stores are finally reopening here on Monday, and I need to go buy polygel for my nails, also more hair dye. Yes. I have to go to IKEA and get a little bathroom card thing. Oh, that's fun. See, IKEA, I go there and then I get overwhelmed and I leave with nothing. Every time. Because what happens is I go there, they have like their little rooms and everything set up. I think that I need everything. So then I'm like, okay, I need everything, put it all in my cart. And then I'm like, okay, but I also do not have like $3,000 to spend on all these things. And then I can't limit it down. And because I can't limit it down and because I think I need everything, what ends up happening is I buy nothing and leave every time. Every time. So like I couldn't even decide on a set of like, you know how a lot of the makeup channels, they'll have the Alex drawers. It's because they're a really good size as far as what they will hold and like storage options. I ended up getting getting a set of them from Amazon instead that were not, because I couldn't make myself buy them in white. And I kind of didn't, I either couldn't find them in black or I didn't like the way that theirs looked in black. So I just struggle. I struggle in there. I do my own nails at home, gel nails. Yeah, I do the dip powder whenever I do my own. I think you're right. I don't think she realized how many different communities she's offended. It's caused everyone to bond together. Right. Because normally I would stay away just because. So I have had infertility issues basically now in my, like, I'm in my 30s, my late 30s. I'll be 37 in 10 days. Let's not discuss that. I have had fertility issues because I've had either polycystic or endometriosis or like I've had surgeries. I've had probably 20 abdominal / female set surgeries all the way leading up to my hysterectomy when I was 20, like full blown nothing. They could leave nothing behind because it had been that bad. So because of that, I would stay away from those people in like, say, for instance, the free birth movement that she had offended. However, now I have a lot of friends within this community that they had gone all the way back. Their history with her had gone all the way back to the free birth movement situation. So because of that, those are people I would have never come across, but yet now I have. So I'm not really 100% certain. I know she didn't depend on, like, I know she didn't believe that was going to happen, but it's been a really nice plus about being around Ginny. It's been a really nice plus side to this whole community, because it's not just makeup that she, it's not just the Tati situation. It's people from all of her dramas and everything. I like the polygel. I did go one time. A friend of mine had just graduated with her cosmetology license. She was practicing before her boards for it and needed people to practice on. So I did go and have her do my nails. She did them in polygel. I liked them, but I didn't really care for the fact that they almost felt soft, whereas like the dip powder and the acrylics and the gels, they're all like more of a hard cover on my nails. That was my only issue with the polygel, though, is just that I felt like they were almost like they felt like slightly, their consistency was more like rubbery. But a lot of people like that because apparently it's better for your nails. You don't break them as easily. I got a set of Alex Drawers in black off Amazon too. Yeah, these ones I think are like fake Alex Drawers, but I liked them because they had the wheels, and I have all hardwood floors in my office / beauty area. So I wanted something that would wheel around. Someone said she's even managed to piss off true crime community. She has. She has, because she jumped into a case a while back. Shit. What case was it? I don't remember, but she did. She jumped into a case a while back that I have one ovary. I think that's might be causing issues now. Yeah, I had my one of my ovaries removed when I was 15. Yeah, 15. And then I had everything taken when I was 20 because the endometriosis was that bad. It was everywhere. Endo, adeno, cysts, adhesions, scar tissue was awful. Like, it was so bad. So I hope that you can get to somebody over on the West Coast. They have a lot of really good specialists for that. I dealt with a local doctor in the Cleveland Clinic for the most part. We did call a couple of consults. My doctor knew a lot of the doctors with the Mayo Clinic and a couple other hospitals, so she did do a lot of consulting with them on my case because it was so bad, and so I was so young. My sister, who's 9 years younger than me, also had a hysterectomy at 21. So it's very much so genetic for us. But like, I would have never ended up anywhere near those groups, the pregnancy groups, the trying to conceive groups like that. I steer clear of those as much as possible. I have one group that I'm in that's like we called it initially a prego group. And that's only because it's from a group of people that I've been friends with for years. And they wanted a special place to discuss all things kiddo related so that other people didn't. I had to take a break from a lot of YouTubers who are pregnant having babies because it's hard for me to watch and I feel horrible. And they understand that. I understand too and my friends are extremely supportive as well. Anytime I'm like real kind of off about something, like they know that if, like, every once in a while I need to take a step back, like they're aware of that. We are going to, right now this is fully matte, and that thing in my eyelash, it's most definitely glue. in there. But yeah, they'll know. Like my friends are very supportive whenever I need to take a step back. And for the most part, YouTubers are, I mean, they're human too. So if it was somebody, then like if you have to take a step back, then you have to take a step back. If they pivot their, say they were makeup content, and then they pivot into more of a lifestyle type of thing, and they do a lot of baby content, children content, I would imagine, I mean, I would, if I was talking about things, for instance, that people couldn't handle for whatever reason, like by all means, please take your break. Do what you need to do for your own health, your own mental health. If you need to take a break, like a lot of people have to take breaks and breathers from Katie, because it can be very emotional. The things that come out of her mouth, I've never heard come out of a normal person's mouth. It's crazy. Crazy the way things come out, just fly out of her mouth. I'm going to go in with that home slice with a little bit of maraschino, which is the center one. So we are going to look at that, you guys. Look, I know the directions. Nope, over wrong way. So we're going to go in this top corner and then this one right in the middle on this red. I do dip petter, have to be super strong or I'll rip them off. Not only will I rip them off, but I'm horrible on my hands. Was it the Sophie case? I don't think that that's where it started. I know that didn't make anybody feel any better about her situation and about how she's capable or not capable of covering true crime stories. I know it didn't help her. Whether or not it hurt her, I feel like there was another case. If somebody knows the answer to if it was the Sophie case that made her piss off or that got the true crime community pissed off, please let me know in the chat. Oh my coffee. This is so good, you guys. I'm so excited. I mean, it's uber stupid, but I'm really excited about having it back. But yes, we're gonna go in with home slice first. I feel like she had pissed another group off. As for my nails and everything, so I have been married. I've been married twice. I'm currently married to somebody who's been my best friend for over 16 years. But my first husband and I had gotten married or gotten engaged, and he was real big on showing everybody else, he was real big on status and wanting everybody to think a certain way or look at things a certain way. So the ring that he had gotten me was way bigger than one that I would have necessarily, I wouldn't have necessarily picked it out. I didn't want, for instance, I like my current engagement ring actually came with a band, and again, not made for this, but it actually came, come on, maybe if I stopped moving, it came with that band that went with my current set. There it goes. And I love black diamonds. Big joke. Everything's funny. Come on. There we go. So we had gotten engaged. My first husband had proposed to me on a Friday. Tuesday, the following Tuesday, I was on my way out the door to go to work, turned around, hit my hand back. And whenever I hit my hand back, I hit it on a brick wall, the brick wall of our house, because our house was brick. Hit it on the brick wall of our house, ripped out 3 or 4 diamonds, because that's how hard I am on my hands. So my nails have to be super hard. It was the Sophie case. She got herself a mod position in a Facebook group and pissed off a lot of people. She has zero empathy. That's true. Very true. True, Tina. Well, she does for herself. She always has empathy for herself. She's an empath. My ex-husband was the same way, but he's diagnosed narcissist. Yeah, my ex-husband, he's something. I don't really give him a whole lot of energy anymore. It's been a long time. But yeah, he was special. 100%. Okay. So I just put like a little bit on there to just kind of like shine it up a little bit for that maraschino. And then we're going to go in just a bit with some of the golden club stuff, and then we'll move on to the Buccaneers, because again, I said this wasn't going to be a long stream, and it's an hour and 10 minutes. What am I doing with my life? But yeah, I need nails that are going to stand up to the damage that I'm going to cause for them, or cause to them, basically. So I'm just tapping this glitter, or this shimmery metallic yellow, barely tapping it over both of the edges of that, and then I'm going to kind of blend it around a little bit with my finger, just to kind of really mesh the yellow and the red together. And it'll brighten it up. Plus go in just a little bit with that red again, that main red. Yeah, I don't understand. I just don't understand, Katie. You can ask Rochelle and Evie. They have to listen to my mouth on a regular basis when I'm like, you guys, there's something going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why she would do this. Why would she do this? What is she doing? What is going on? Like, they have to constantly deal with my like tinfoil hat, to where I'm like, I don't understand. Why would she do this? And there are a lot of things in this case that I think people are not willing to really question where they believe it's going or where they don't believe it's going. Like, people don't want to believe that, for instance, they don't want to believe currently that Katie is not the person who hired the hackers. Everybody wants to believe that she 100% has been the person to do that. Whereas I, on the other hand, am more along, like, more of thoughts of, I have a feeling it's not her. I have a feeling it's somebody else. I don't know that they were hired. I don't know if it's somebody that has inserted themselves. We love that, though. Many late nights. Yeah, because my mind just, I refuse to get stuck on a certain theory. Like, I don't think, my opinion, I don't think Swanson was her source, but other people swear that it had to be him. Who else would know? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, a lot of people would know. Why would you assume that it was 100% her? Well, because he reached out to, was it Makeup by Sarah? He had reached out to her. Yeah, okay. That could have just simply been PR. And just because he wasn't, and even if he did say he did reach out to her at one point, it could have been like to correct something that she, like a dumbass, put out into the world. That's what she does. I think it's Toad that hired him. That would basically fall into her hiring them, though, just as easily. And I don't think so. I just don't. I think that there's another party we either haven't been introduced to yet, or have been, but not in the right context. But that's me. I think that everybody should keep always thinking and never get too settled. And I think a lot of people hate Katie enough to where they want it so badly to be her. And they don't want to admit, even for a second, that it's possible it could be somebody else that is trying to make her look just as bad. That's just me. I think it's the same person that's probably paying for her attorney fees and was her source. Also, that person is trying to cover their own ass, not Katie's. Yes, that is completely feel the same way about the hackers. There's so many possibilities. There really are. And I've seen a lot of people that, quick to jump to conclusions. Not only do they jump to conclusions, but they also have a tendency of also sticking to those conclusions even when shown evidence of otherwise. I've noticed. Well, maybe Swanson. That's possible. That is totally possible. 100% possible that he hired them, thinking, why not? But I mean, as far as the case really, really like overall goes, I don't see anybody doing it. Specifically, I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if we already know the person that either hired them or that is them. Because that's the thing. We're basing it on the fact that we know it was a farm, but who knows if that person that's doing it is a part of that. So I'll admit I have been too, but I realized it and stepped back. Yeah, sometimes you really do. I look at cases kind of like Dateline. I look at any true crime, any legal case, any story in general, anything where somebody's telling me a certain narrative. I kind of look at them all like chess games. So you look back, you have to step back and really look at everything. But yeah, I think that is 100% something that people do have a tendency, especially because emotion is involved. Whenever you are emotionally attached to a subject or to a situation, that's going to happen. That it's going to be hard, and you're not going to realize like, oh, whoa, I didn't look at that objectively enough because I was so emotionally invested in my own theory, which is possible. I'm totally flexible. I bought the theory about Swanson at first until I thought back on how much she trash talked him in the beginning. Something about it doesn't add up. And honestly, it could be, Tina's with you. Honestly, though, here's the other side of that. She was talking shit on him. If he was her source eventually, that could be why she stopped, why she flipped, because now, just like anything else with Katie, if something is benefiting her, she's all of a sudden game. Like, she's like, let's go. So it kind of fits either way. I am going to do yellow underneath of this with a red waterline. But we're going to do all yellow on this bottom lash line. This is definitely not more quote unquote wearable like I was promising. Sorry, guys. I mean, it's wearable for me. I would go out. If both my eyes were done the same way, I would 100% go out like this with no problems. Person is a pathetic nut job who needs institution for sure. The person doing the threats. Yeah, this is the thing. The things that come out of these threats are things that would never even occur to me to say. And I think that is more of a, like, that's more of why it's so why it's so scary, more so than why it's not. Because if you can think about it from an outside perspective and be like, that would never, like, I would never say that. The fact that somebody could come up with some of the things that I've seen either shared, that have either been shared with me directly, or that I have seen through, like, people posting them, if they've gotten them, or if they've been read. Like, the things that have been said to these people that are involved is just absolutely off the wall. Off the wall. Cannot understand, cannot compute why somebody would even be able to think of, like, that as a thing to say, if that makes any sense at all whatsoever. Like, it just never would be in my mind. It's one of those things, like, I always, like, whenever you hear about people like, say, Heath Ledger, who really get into, like, who had really gotten into all of his roles and everything, like, how do you put yourself in that state of mind to be that disgusting? Like, it's not even, like, a little bit disgusting. Like, oh, ew, like, when she wouldn't have said that's not really cool. Like, it's some of these things. Oh my gosh. Shells, the issues people say is whack AF. That's why when Evie had her dream, you had to then just live with the fact that your new name was just going to be whack AF. You know, we give you what you want. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what has to happen to somebody to be able to make, like, to be able to go to that extent. Because some of the things that they're saying is just, like, it's stuff out of a horror movie. Which, again, very concerning. I can understand. So I'm just trying to blend this line out just a little bit more. Got to incorporate my new slogan. Exactly. I mean, it works. It fits for this 100% though. So I get it. Okay, so we have a red and gold halo inverted, because normally it would be the other way around with the red on the outside, but I wanted to do something different. And that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, Evie had a dream that Rochelle said from now on she just wanted to be, or she changed her screen name on, like, Twitter or something to Whack AF1. We don't know why, but it was a thing. Again, this is that Essence, the Essence What the Fake mascara. What was it? $4.99, you guys? Is that what it was whenever I looked it up for us the other day? I think it was $4.99. You can get it at either essence.com. I think it's essence.com. I know they have their own website because they have a ton of other products too. But between this one and the waterproof Lash Princess, they're my favorites out of everything. And we are going to pull out, I think we're going to go with a different, like, a brand new lash today. The weird part is the people getting the threats. It's a weird grouping of people. It's not a group I think KJ would put together. and we're gone, and then we'll be back. True. Extremely true. It is a very strange. It's a very strange grouping. However, if it's somebody that is doing it to throwing some more Aquaphor on my lip, if let me do this before I try and talk with my finger basically in my mouth. If you look at who they're targeting, though, they're all people that are basically either anti-KJ or KJ herself. We haven't heard anything about, like, if, like, say, Jessie Bear or Scarlett with them, or Nadia, with them being the majority, or them being, like, the more prominent mods, you would think that it would be them. Again, you can, in fact, use a Q-tip on your face to do things while doing your makeup without sticking it in your mouth first. I recommend never sticking it in your mouth. However, I did have mascara that was right there and I didn't feel like waiting for it. So I'm just going to do that and use the foundation brush I used earlier to kind of fix that up. And fix where I pulled the makeup away. It's weird grouping. Oh, it's whack AF. Yeah. The Lash Princess, the Blue Lash Princess, the waterproof one, that's the one I keep in my kit for just for the lower lash line, especially for like weddings, because it's a really good one. And the other one that I had in my kit for the longest time for weddings that was waterproof was actually like old school bright lime green and hot pink Maybelline Great Lash is amazing for a waterproof, because I don't use the in my kit I have like disposable mascara wand, so I don't use that wand. The wand is the biggest issue with that, but that formula for waterproof wise is really good. It's a strange group, but they all have issues with her. Then again, that's 99%, 98% of society. So yeah. It is. They're all either her or somebody that hates her, or somebody that not even hates her. Somebody dislikes her. I don't like calling anybody a hater. I don't think people are haters, Katie. I know people. I know I'm not a hater. I know I'm not a troll. Regardless. I do like that. I was telling Shells yesterday that she had made some kind of comment. We're going to move on to the Buccaneers while I wait for, or while I decide on the lashes. I think we're going to use these ones, these Marquee from Eylure. They are a silk lash. I think they'll be pretty. I was listening while I had to go to the grocery store yesterday and get some things, and I was listening to BX Beast Boy while I was walking through the store and was cry laughing at certain parts, because he had even made it a point to say, who was it he had said? He said something about, this is why I have a problem with Katie saying that she's a journalist. She says things that she doesn't even understand what she's saying, or doesn't know how they, like, doesn't, like, I don't think that means what you think it means type of situation. And I like nearly peed myself. And then when, if you haven't watched it yet, it should still be up. I'm pretty sure it's still up because she doesn't take things down. But, incorporate some orange, maybe lower lash line. All right. Do they have orange though? Or is it just, I had seen, okay, well, let's see. We are going to go Again, this is the beauty of having these monogram or monotone palettes. This Orangey Glad, this was their orange 9-pan. So I will go in with some of this real quickly. But yeah, he was like, I don't think that means what you think it means. And whenever he said that, and then EKC People Suck, aka Erin, went live last night because she couldn't sleep and was going through her video that's like in 18 months, Katie has managed to piss off the entire internet. Okay. And the lower, yep, it's subtle, but it is on the new jerseys to outline the numbers. I didn't see. No, stop, Ash. Tampa Bay, not the Chiefs. I thought that was very strange. You know what? I didn't think so. And luckily enough, I can cover that up. But I was like, that's very strange. I just figured that I wasn't paying attention because, again, can't stand the Chiefs. So therefore, don't pay attention to them. Okay, we're going to cover this up real quick with some very bright yellow. That's what I get for listening to you, Shells. However, these colors are pigmented enough to where they can work. They can work it out. I was wondering, because Evie had mentioned, like before I went live, she had mentioned there being, I'm glad you're entertained. I'm really glad you're entertained. She had mentioned orange in one of the colors, and I was like, I'll shut up and sit on my hands now. No, you can talk. I was like, whatever. Maybe I missed something. Because again, it's possible that something that I think or assumed is incorrect. It really is. Blend that out. Orange covered. If anything, it just looks shadowy. So that's good. And this, so yeah, what was, now KJ is attacking Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel on Twitter. I swear she never knows. What is wrong with her? Like, here's the deal. Has it not been how long since those two were even a thing? And then those two, Tampa Bay has orange. Yes, Evie, yes. Okay. All right. We'll do it. Let me trim these up a little bit. But, oh my gosh. Like, why doesn't she understand that she's not a very good crusader for the cause? Like, does anybody else understand? That's for that eye anyway. So that was a waste of time, Ash. Like, you're not helping. That's what I wish one of these celebrities that she tweets about, or one of these reality stars that she tweets about, that's one of the things that I wish that they would say. Like, they would retweet back at her or like reply to her and just simply write, I don't know who you are, but you're not helping. Oh my God, I would live for it. I got an early birthday present when Dateline first they announced that they have a 3-part series, by the way, guys. I don't know if you saw this on the Twitters, but starting on Thursday, the 18th, there is a 3-parter for Dateline. So last night I saw that Keith Morrison had like tweeted it out. Love Keith Leans. And then I had retweeted it saying, okay, actually, because I find it that entertaining. So I was like real excited here for a second, y'all. I just have to log in. I also need my password because I do not know it. Preferences. One second. Oh. Let me get my authenticator. If you guys do not use the 2auth systems, please do it like immediately, especially right now. I use the one that has the authenticator app because I like that one just in case I change phone numbers, something like that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try and share my screen for a second. We'll see. I think she's attacking celebrities because hate engagement is still engagement. Well, she complains about Twitter not being a place where she gets any engagement. However, it's probably the one platform that she has the most people blocked on automatically. Like you say anything at all whatsoever negative, you even follow people that might say something negative, she's going to block you on there. Yes, that's the perfect statement. Nobody wants her as a career. Like you're not helping. That's it. Like she's not helping. She's not helping Brittany by running her mouth. So let's see here. Come on, StreamYard. What are you doing? Oh, okay, here we go. Share screen. Chrome tab. So this was, yeah, I'm finishing it right now. So Keith Morrison, can you guys, yeah, you should be able to see it now. So Keith Morrison had posted this you will not regret, do not miss. And it says 13 years in the making, the 3-night true crime event of the season, The Widower, premieres Thursday, February 18th at 10/9 Central on NBC Dateline. I had tweeted it last night. I had retweeted, oh, what an amazing birthday gift. It's a day late, but I can forgive you. And then I got, you guys, they were sweet enough. Does everybody see this? Like, is anybody else as gagged about this as I am? Because I am like hella excited about the fact that they thought that it was humorous that I told them that they really needed to get it a day before on the 17th for my birthday. So I just wanted to do that. I just wanted to share that because I thought it was like, it like made my whole morning. Make sure your email isn't open, right? Or any of my messages, like all my stuff was closed. That's why I did that first. I checked first. Make sure your email isn't open. Yep. No messages. Dateline finished. I thought, thank you. I've been blocked by KJ for a while. It's like a badge of honor. Yeah, I've been blocked by her. Well, first time I was blocked on her old name. So, and then I got blocked again on this name. I don't have NBC. Oh no, we might have to like have a party. Your birthday is on the 18th or your birthday is on the 17th, Gidget? Yeah. I was like, stupid. I am. See, I'm a celebrity. I always tell Evie and Shells, I'm like, I'm going to be YouTube famous, all because, and that probably really pisses her off. The 18th, well, we will have to celebrate in between the 18th and the 17th. That makes you the last day for an Aquarius. No wonder I love you so much, Gidget. Okay. Sunday Night Football came at me on Twitter this season. When the Vikings played the Seahawks, I told them to settle down between the Let Russ Cook and Dalvin Cook jokes. Uh-oh. I know I got really mad at a couple of players that were complaining about COVID changing their schedules and everything. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry for your, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience that everything caused on you. God forbid those vendors and all their family members and everything, or the, what is it, 400,000 people that have passed away. Like, I'm so sorry. Their schedules aren't at all impacted by the fact that they are a family member down, but you do you. I'm sure football is super important to you. I got real mad and then had a couple of people come at me. People that are like fans of some of those football players, but win stupid prizes, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. All right, let's get this part. 141. I'm going to do 20 minutes because I don't want it to go too long, like 2 hours. But as soon as this lash is done, I'm going to tap this out. I already have the white up there. Okay. So the last one that I had done, the last eye that I tossed together for the Chiefs was just simply red top, yellow bottom, I think. Then I did, red top, yellow bottom. And then I did like almost like a smoky eye or like a cut crease for the Buccaneers where it was red on the inside and gray to black. Stop it. You do not need in there. So this time we are going to go with yes, I can be a Pisces on some charts, but I'm so not a Pisces. You're so easygoing. Yeah, I'm definitely not a Pisces. I know we're a cusp sign to where we could technically, football players act like fishes. Yeah, they really did. I mean, a lot of them were just concerned about themselves, their own schedules, and not about the fact that it takes an actual army basically to run a televised football game. One of the Lils is nervous or something. Yeah, that's it's Lil. Let me go ahead and get her away. Here, move. You look homeless, but let's see. We're going to go. You have your groomer's appointment here in a week and a half. This is Lily. She is a hot mess. She looks a hot mess. Yeah. She's my old lady. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. So, she's always nervous because of the big girls. She just wants to stay away from them, and now she's going to run around. She was hiding out in her little cage, but that I just kind of shut the door so that the big girls couldn't get to her, but now she's all worked up. Do you guys want to go here? Here. Have at it. Go. I'll just leave that door open. Oh, just knocked everything over. Yeah, one of the littles. Okay. Man defending his country is defending a football. I agree. They do deserve more than a man defending a football. I also understand, like, I understand as far as like salary goes. I really do. However, I do also, because I'm a big supporter of the movement to get NCAA football players that are in college, to get them payment or compensation because of the amount of money that the schools make on their backs. I also know like the NFL is, or these teams selling merch and everything, they can make a obscene amount of money on a player that happens to be good. Like the amount of money the league makes off of the players is sickening. Oh, she's so cute. She really is. She's my old lady. She runs the house. She's not afraid of the big girls in the slightest. So she goes hard. I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp. Oh, I'm a Cancer, dead center Cancer with ton of moons in my chart. 622. One of my cousins is 624. Oh, stop. There is nobody out there. Come here, Doodle. That's why I have them in here. In. We let Sissy go downstairs because she didn't want to be up here because you guys were messing with her. But we're not gonna do that. Let me, because again, touch the dog. Ginny, move before you end up having to do all the things. Okay, because I wiped them off with like a baby wipe, but again, shouldn't touch your eyes or touch your face with like dirt on them at all. And a baby wipe wasn't enough to clean it. Let me throw this lash on real quick. But yeah, I'm like of the mindset of if you, especially because like look at people like Ryan Shazier specifically, okay? So you have people like him, Ryan Shazier, he was playing, he was really good. He was a very young player, and then he had gotten hurt while playing football for the Steelers. They didn't think he would ever walk again. So when you have these players who are taking that risk as well, and again, this is not in any way to discount the value of the troops. This is just simply why I'm saying I'm not too mad overall at the amount of money that the NFL plays or pays over. Like, I'm not too mad. I understand where people are coming from, and I do believe like the troops should get better benefits. They should have better care post active duty. They should have better benefits for their families. They should make more money. They shouldn't have nearly as many struggles. Their housing should be better. There should be a lot of things that the troops have, that the veterans have, that they don't. I will never not say that. I come from a family with a lot of military within. My father-in-law, who passed away a year ago, he was a veteran. I will never, ever, ever say that they do not deserve more, that they shouldn't have more. I'll never say that they don't have, or they shouldn't get respect, anything. I do, though, look at the two situations, I do look at the two situations being both somewhat similar and somewhat completely different. So I have that separation, but again, it's not that I don't think that the military doesn't deserve more than what they get. So I'm kind of on that. So most of the people who use military as a talking point don't know what they're talking about. I'm a military spouse. And I think that I think there are a few jobs that should be making more than them. Absolutely. But again, when you're looking at how much money a player in the NFL makes, you have to take into consideration how much money, not that the player makes as a like main thing, but how much the teams, like the actual teams, make on their back. And again, it could take one mistake, one person making a mistake, one person, it could be an accident. I don't think anybody goes out of their way to like actually hurt people. But it really could take, it's very, very quick. Apparently it was like something, it's basically like some of these guys, these bigger guys, it's like getting hit by like a car basically whenever they get like tackled or slammed into, whatever it may be. So I kind of look at it from that aspect of things. I never changed that over. But again, that is like, I don't think that anybody should make money on somebody. And I think that if they are like hurt on the job, then that definitely should be taken care of. But again, 100% applies to the military too, because they have awful services for when somebody comes back. I've seen and dealt with that a lot throughout the years. I've dealt with their, like the VA. Okay. Now I have 8 minutes. I literally just lost 12 minutes of this. People use the military to justify their own opinions, but when they have to actually help military families, veterans, suddenly we have more than we need, or we knew what we signed up for. See, I don't like that at all. I don't like that that's what people would or wouldn't do. I'm sorry that happens. The thing is, with the NFL, they get paid large sums of money, but most players don't even finish college before they go into the draft, and their time in the league is so limited. And again, if you don't have these players, then the league doesn't make any money, because who's going to go to a game if you don't have these players making the game interesting, which means then the league doesn't make any money on ticket sales, this, that, and the other. A 2-week vacay check for Seahawks 13 years ago is $200,000. And again, believe me, I'm not saying that like it's okay or anything like that, but I'm just saying I don't think that, and again, I have a lot of issues. I have a lot of issues with the league as far as how they handle their players. I have a lot of issues with the league. If anybody watched the 30 for 30 that was done on Al Davis this past week, it was really, really good too. We're going with Flavor Town over here for a base, so I can actually like do something while I'm chit-chatting. We're just going to go in on this so that I can see. Oh, wow. I think I told you guys, like, I think I've barely used the colorful side of this pure palette. Like, I haven't done that at all, really. And that really blended pretty well there. And it's blending out really nicely too. And again, I like this brush because whenever I'm blending, if I barely touch my skin, oh, there we go. Comes right back. One day. But yeah, so I'm really liking this. But yeah, I'm most definitely, Jenny, her and her sister, they like lick on each other. So the bottom salary is $600K, but that doesn't count the agent fees, lawyer fees, management fees. It also ignores the average career is only 3.3 years. I just think it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's a lot of money like anybody in the entertainment business makes. If you look at it from that perspective, that at the end of the day, yes, they're an athlete, but technically they're an entertainer. So when you're an entertainer, people make money off of your, like, you have, like, people end up making money through marketing off of you. So you have and like I said, you have all this, like the NFL, they make all their commercials. So when people were paying millions of dollars for a 15-second spot during the Super Bowl, that money that was the NFL that was getting those checks. You know what I mean? Like that was a 15, and that was if somebody had gotten hurt in the game, say that their salary, like they were on the lower end of the salaries, like kind of put that into perspective too. In 15 seconds, the NFL could make millions of dollars just for selling ad space on a commercial. So it's kind of something that I always try and keep in mind with that too. Let me see. Again, so much for wearable. You know what? No, we are going to do something wearable. We are going to do something a lot more wearable. I just got a thing of the Neutrogena eye makeup remover to try out. I got it last night while I was at the store. So let's see how this works live. Oh, well, hello. Okay. All right, go off. Just dip that in there. And it's an oil-free one, so it's going to be good for cleaning lashes too, by the way. So the other night while I was watching, I think it was Charlotte's stream on YouTube on Friday. While I was watching that stream, I had done an eye look for the Texans, Cowboys, and another. So when I had done that, I did like just a colored liner situation instead of something super crazy. It's something that I think that if you have any kind of an eyeliner to use, or if you have any kind of eyeliner and you have all the colors that you're doing, you'll be able to do it. So I'm going to go in with this silver, what is this, from ColourPop Kicker. It's a cream gel liner. And I'm just going to put this down as my base. And when you're doing this sort of a look in particular, make your liner line slightly bigger than normal. So slightly thicker, a little bit thicker than you would if you were just doing like lashes. Okay. So if you look, it's a lot thicker than like the line over there that's like hidden altogether, basically. Okay. Use a light color. You can use silver. You can use white. You can use basically any color for that base as long as it's a lighter color. And I'll show you why in a second. So if you, one moment, back, are you coming in or not? Okay. I locked you out, but don't sit in here panting. Okay. Because you're perfectly fine. You just don't want your sisters to mess with you. And do not step on the thing, but you were completely safe from them sniffing you, which is basically all they ever do. Okay. I think we're just going to go over this one again. So I put this silver down. Again, flat liner, flat definer, brush. Go in and drop your color you want. I do put a little bit more on my brush, but not too much. And that was a white, so it'll just kind of like blend in anyways. But I just do that, and then I go over the liner. Hey, Yams. How you doing? Yama sushi roll. Love it. Never does that not make me smile. So we did the white, and then we'll go back into Flavor Town over here. That red. And just a little bit, tap. And then layer that right where the white ends. You can start layering your next color. So this is how people will do just colorful liner, no real overall colors. This isn't building up to as good of a red as I wanted it to be, but it'll do. But again, you're just kind of like going over that right there. So because they now have orange, which I really didn't see the orange, but I'm taking your word for it. So we'll go in with the Orangey Glad palette again. And I'm going to grab just a little bit of, what is this? Sunkissed and Rise and Grind. So the two in the middle on the sides. Yeah, let's make that clear. So Yama Sushi Roll and Yama Mama and what was it? Smiley Mama. None of those are the same person as who's in my chat currently. Because I have seen those two names. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they just have very similar names, if it's all coincidence. However, considering I want to make sure that people know there's a difference. Rolls off the tongue so well. Yep. They totally have orange, promise. You don't remember the creamsicle uniforms? No. Virtual hugs. You are very welcome. You're welcome, my child. Wait, there's someone called, yeah, there's a Yama Mama and there's a Smiley Mama that had popped up right around the same time that there was a pretty big misunderstanding that involved Yama. So after that had happened, then I started seeing the other names kind of like pop up. And I was like, oh, no, no, no. Because again, there had already been a misunderstanding that was, had hurt, irritated, annoyed, whatever it may be, a couple of people. So I don't want Yama to be in the same position again because somebody has decided, either on purpose or by coincidence, somebody is somehow out there with her name. So I am, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of make that known that my yams or Yama, I do remember it now. She just sent me a picture. Shells did. Okay, 205. Oh my God, my mouth. Seriously, guys. So we're going to do that. And then we are going to go into, that was weird AF. Yeah. No joke. KJ's hate tweeting Matt Lauer and Diane Sawyer in her Britney defense rant. You do not think it's a coincidence? I wasn't sure. I don't know that it is. As far as the KJ hate tweeting all the people, all the places, I'm in no way, shape, or form surprised by that. Okay. So I'm going to go into this very last one. And this is where that gray, the really smoky gray that they use. And again, doing the same technique as before. And just bringing it from, and then I'm making the wing just like super long. Just because there's really nothing going to be on the lid. So you might as well go over dramatic with the wing itself. But yeah, I don't understand. Again, I really wish that somebody would be like, we don't want your help. We don't want your help. And karate chop her away. You're not helping us. We don't care. We don't need you. Carry on. The first time you saw her in the same chat as you asked questions, neither of them would reply to you. Love you so much. Yeah, it's definitely a odd situation. Like I said, I thought that it was extremely strange that all of a sudden, right around that time, that those names had kind of shown up. But that's just me. That would be where I would end up being asked if I was going to take off my tinfoil hat. We really think that that's all done for that? Yes. I don't know by who. Okay, so I'm going to use, I just have a little dot, a little drop of my Inglot Durline. Because the one thing I noticed in the photos for that eye look was that it just really wasn't as sharp as I would want it. Both my last names aren't very true. Yeah, AT2 stream. I'm sad about him possibly leaving. That makes me really sad. There it is. And I'm going to take a little bit of this Duraline, just enough to get my brush wet with it. Pick up some of the orange in the Duraline, mix it together on this palette, and then it always transforms that, right? Into there. If you don't have Duraline, they have a couple of things like that, mixing mediums, they're basically called. They have there are a couple of really good ones out there. I like that one. I think Makeup by Mario had gotten one. Makeup by Mario had brought one out, and then I'll just pat that over there, but it'll at least keep it a little bit more. There. Watched it. Honestly, I had no idea. I just found it. Okay. Just think those two characters are weird and thought you were confusing them for me. Yeah, that's the big thing. Like I said, it was just a matter of making sure people didn't think you and that person were the same. Because I was slightly perturbed when that all started happening. Have you tried the Lethal Cosmetics pot eyeliners? I think I have one of theirs, and I think I have a black or like a graphite color. I like them. I just have certain things, like for my kid, I have certain things, and then I'm lazy for myself when it comes to eyeliners. So I keep the Inglot stuff to be able to do like mixing basically of whatever color liner I need. So if I have somebody that like has like, if I have a certain color for them, it works a little bit better that way to have such things like at my disposal. However, it's not always necessary. Plus, what was I going to say? I just lost the thought right out of my head. It got better. He hopped on. It's worth finishing. Yes, it was. It was, that stream was a lot. I feel bad for him because of like the things he was saying that he was getting, which I'm not 100% convinced isn't something that has to do with our current lawsuit either, because that wasn't exactly the best of looks for Katie. So it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all if that was. I'm just going to go over this red another time. These are the situations whenever I'm really, like, I really wish that I yanked on my eyes way more than I do. This stream, we are, it would be AT2's stream. Some of my YouTubers are crazy why I'm leaving YouTube, something along those lines. Yeah, Ren does need to go. I agree. I think it's not 100% connected, but I definitely think they're linked. Case it started with some of the same emails everyone else was getting. That's kind of my thing. Thank you. That's kind of my thing, is that it seems a little bit It seems just slightly too perfect of timing. That's just, again, just me. I just think that when all that stuff went down with her in the middle of all of this, she promoted that stream. I'm just putting more primer down to kind of cancel out all of that. And I'm going to put down some white, finish up the inner, and then toss them lashes on. I still pull my eye. I know it's bad, but I've done it since I started wearing makeup. It is really, really difficult. It's really, really difficult. I have a couple of things that I do to kind of help. So I have like these, like the little pads with the, like they're almost like powder puffs. I'll stick one of those on my finger to kind of make sure that I'm not like putting my finger on people's face while I'm doing their makeup. If you take one and you kind of like almost like just press down a little bit, it almost makes it like you're pulling, not like it, like not like really pulling, but it does kind of help. I will say that much. It kind of helps as far as like steadying, because it's more about the stability than it is about anything else. But when you're almost 40 and you are starting to like have like my eyelids have like lines and texture in it now. So exactly, he was talking about, yeah, he was talking about the emails, he was talking about the phone calls. I use pencil for the line on my lid and liquid for my wing. I'm very strange. No, I layer gel, I layer pencil, gel, and then sometimes liquid, depending. All three I'll use. Hey, it's whatever works. Makeup has no rules. It really doesn't. And who is it? Is it Bailey that will like say it's just makeup? Like it's not that deep. It's not that important. It's just makeup. And that's kind of how I look at things. Like I like playing. I like doing new things. I like new colors. I like wearing like a crazy eye to the store because I don't care. Such a loser, so weird seeing you live. I'm sitting here talking to you and shaking my head like we were on FaceTime. Pray for me, guys. Hey, it could be worse. It could be show your face and you could be on the ground like you're hiding from somebody that's at your door trying to sell you new knives. So you just remember when you feel stupid to remember that I was watching that Instagram live. And when I did watch that Instagram live, whenever she said her show your face right now, legitimately had my phone in my hand, dropped it, like was going to throw it, like was hiding on the floor, was making sure like I couldn't be seen by the camera. Like it was a thing. It was literally a thing. So yeah. So when you feel stupid, you just remember that has happened. That not even that happened to me, that I did that to myself. There you go. Beat that. I'm looking for a better color for this. But yeah, I know. I get it. Let me see. Where am I? What am I missing? What did I miss there? White. One of these days, I will be able to keep up with myself. Let me go ahead and throw this in there. Throw that silver down. And put a little bit on, like in the very, very middle there. I had to refresh because I couldn't see my sis. Uh-oh. And then just cover it up with the white. And then I just need to go over that dark, like grayish charcoal. I need my charcoal liner. That would be nice. Maybe. Can I find it? Nope, you are black as black. There we go, slate gray. Okay, yeah, stay with slate. Okay. Yeah. Do that. Bring that onto the little bit more. There. Legitimately, you can. These do. These are the Milani Stay Puts from, like, they're like a drugstore. They have a good slate. Get my face out of it. They have a good slate. This one's like more this is the slate color, and then they have a black. They're really good. They also do really well for like smudging out like a smoky eye. And then just setting it with a little bit of that slate eyeshadow from the Warrior, from this one. I just put a little bit of this on top of it just to really make it work. And because where did you go? Nope. Amethyst, green, Artist Couture. What did I use? Oh. So I'm just going to grab the highlighter out of this Hourglass palette. And just, it's like a light pinky colored highlighter. I'm just going to kind of put that everywhere to get a little extra something. So then it does all the things. Oh, Katie. Something about paparazzi. I just saw it on my phone. Like, I don't understand what she thinks that she's doing. I really don't. If somebody knows, please. Other than attempting to get engagement from people that wouldn't normally engage with her because they're not in her area of the Duggars that she loves ever so much to talk about. I think she hates talking about them, but I think it's all that, like, it's the only thing that people will do. Like, I think it's the only thing that she can get anybody to discuss or to watch of hers. And even that, I don't know, because after Waxy kind of went off on her, I don't really understand how anybody could watch her. This is a glitter liner. away and back. And I need to keep this eye closed, but the glitter liner is a really good touch, but it's like right in my crease. So it's gonna, I need it to dry. I didn't think that through. I also need my eyes open for my lash or to put my mascara on. You know, hashtag not a real YouTuber. Hashtag not made for this. But I have said that somebody like she gets bored. Once it's not giving her the attention that she wants, that's when I'm really hoping that it will cease to be something that she talks about. I have this like holographic, is it going to work? Yes. Pigment. I'm going to attempt to put that, mix it with the Duraline, and use that over that glitter line. You're not seeing when people comment? Is that an always thing or something that could be a me problem thing, I wonder? Now I'm curious. Like, is that a you problem or is that a me problem? Yeah, that is a stupid pretty color. It is, it's like holographic glitter. What is this called? Do not flip it over to look at the bottom while the lid is off, Ashley. The Roxy. It is a loose glitter called the Roxy. Wee. Oh, great. Glitter everywhere. I thought that through. So I am doing for next week. You'll have to comment after the live is over and let me know. Next week, I want to do a little bit of, I'm going to do the smoky eye tutorial. I want to do like some of my favorite, like my go-to products. Holy cow. I know it's glittery when it looks like molten like metal on there. A lot. And a lot of the spillage, though, wasn't from like me spilling it out or tapping some out. It was because I had put my brush in and then just dropped my brush. So now there's literally just glitter in all the places. And we're going to go over and because once this Duraline sets, like this stuff will not move until it is like actually removed. Again, completely possible to utilize a Q-tip without licking it. So that's that for this. I know I did forget to lick it because, I mean, I don't know. I have no explanation for why she wouldn't have not licked it, but I don't know. So what I was saying before, I just stuck my whole entire hand in, like the whole entire side of my hand in that glitter. Is I'm going to do smoky eye, like maybe tips and tricks, favorite type of like certain products. But if there is something in particular that it's either a specific thing that you want. I looked mine when I was like 13. Yeah, I mean, now you can just like spray it with something. You can use water. Like, again, these little spray bottles, you can get them at like the Dollar Tree for like $1. Or like the Dollar General store for like $1.10. Like, not that expensive. This one always has alcohol on it. It's always on my desk because, again, I like to keep my hands like completely cleaned and sanitized even whenever I'm doing my own makeup, for the most part, especially if I'm messing with the dogs at all. I'm waiting for my lash to dry, but I don't. But yeah, if there's anything in particular, a technique, something that you want to know, if even if there is a possibility, like there's an easier way to do it, kind of like the wing liner, then let me know. And if I have like a way to do it that's easier, or like even something as simple as, like I said, looking down in a mirror when you're putting lashes on can help you be able to see where the lash band is supposed to be. Even little things like that could be, things I can just do, but they're not going to be super long streams, and they're always going to be streams because of the fact that I just cannot. Yeah, I am going to do the Valentine's Day look. I have 2 of them that are very similar that I really like. So I'm going to do that this week because Valentine's Day is on Sunday. And it's always helpful to have like a tip. Let me. But yeah, again, your oldest will be 20 on Valentine's Day. Holy moly. I'm waiting for one of my best friends, her niece, who I've also adopted then as my niece. She is due, I think, at the end of this month. And it's her first baby. I'm very excited for that. Cannot wait. Okay. All done. I'll have to clean up and add just a little bit of primer to that one section right there where I used the Q-tip, but for the most part, you can do, like I did red, white, and blue the other day. So I used, and I think I just used red, white, and blue eyeliner, but you can do it with shadow or with an eyeliner. And then I just added the silver because why not? So one, I know I like this more than this one, at least how it came out. But what team are we? Everybody think it's going to be the Bucks? If it's the Bucks, do we think that Brady will finally retire? Because quite frankly, what more does he have to do at this point? Like he's already done all the things. So what else are you waiting for? I do really like these lashes though. They're not too crazy. Your BFS is mushy as slushy. A few minutes ago. She's something else. He has another year left on his contract. Yeah, but do we think he cares about that? He'll play it out. You think it'd then be done? I don't know. See, my thing is that if they lose, guaranteed he will 100% play out the rest of that contract and go for it again for next year. If they win, though, does he want to take a chance that next year, the last year of his contract, possibly of his NFL career, does he care if, for instance, next year they aren't as good? So, yeah, he most definitely has another year in him. And he always says that he feels better today than he did, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, however many. So I don't know. But eyes are done. I am going to snap a couple pictures of this just to have for a thumbnail. And then I'm going to go take a shower, blow dry my hair, throw some heat on my back, and wait for commercials and watch the shit show that most likely will be going on online because God forbid. But other than that, like I said, you can leave a comment and let me know if there's anything in particular you'd really like to have any kind of like help with. And that's more just because I don't want to get into a habit of having everybody else pick what I'm doing, but I don't want to get into a habit where I'm doing things that nobody cares to know either. So it's kind of a weird place to be in. And I would more just like to keep doing this, not necessarily to build a channel, but to just really help me have an excuse to play with more makeup more often, because it does help so much for me, for my anxiety. So if there's anything at all whatsoever that you guys want to see in particular, please tell me, and then I will be happy to do so. But other than that, thank you for coming to watch. Thank you to everybody who showed up today. I hope that you all have a fantastic Sunday, regardless of whether or not you're watching the Super Bowl. And will you play with a plain Jane palette? I will. I will, because I need I will definitely, yeah, I do just want to play. That's all. Request. He wants to play until he's 45. Well, like I said, yeah, I do. I just want to play. Plain Jane palette. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely love you. I will definitely put that on my list of palettes. That's the other thing. If there's like a palette that you want to see, because like this is what I like to do. I like to do like 2 different looks with the same, either the same palette, different palette. So whenever I was trying to really condense my NFL looks, I started doing a team per eye. And by doing so, it, gives kind of like, because you can do both of these looks with either color, with any colors. I have to live vicariously because mine won't be here until April. Yeah. I have to see if mine, let me look here. I have to look in I have a spreadsheet of all makeups. When did that come out? I'm trying to see what the date is on it. Another fun stream. I know. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with me. I'm sorry I had to bust or push it back at a half hour. I didn't want to. It was either that or I was going to come in to see all the comments saying, excuse me, hello, why are you late? Whenever I didn't realize that I had actually set up a stream the last time. But I'm trying to think. I'm trying to find it in my list. I tossed a lot of makeup over the course of the last even 3 months. And I'm hoping that it's not in here. And I know I didn't see it in my drawers whenever, because that's the one we are talking about, the same one. It's mostly sparkly, right? Kristen is a math nerd. Makeup mama. Is it am I talking about the right one? Is it all like a lot of glitters? Kind of looks like an ABH palette. I'm trying to remember what it is. You'll have to send me a picture so that I can look through, because I'll have to look through like my kit shadows, and I have to look through my personal shadows to find it. I could have sworn I had just ordered it recently, but then I'm not able. I just searched Jane and it didn't come up on my list. So, but if I do have it, I want to make sure that I pull it. It's from Adept. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just don't remember where I have it. So I'll try and find it. I just know, like I said, I couldn't find Jane on my list on my spreadsheet though. But like I was saying, thank you guys so much. Like I said, leave me a comment if you have any questions or any kind of techniques that you want to know more about. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I'll most likely stream on Tuesday. And we'll go from there. But again, thanks for coming. You can like and subscribe, do all the YouTube things, because if I don't ask, then I will forget. I really, honestly, it is what it is. But I will see you next time. Go Bucks, not Chiefs. Sorry. That's it.